Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
Bienvenido a la Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Yo soy Dr. Cush y esta noche vamos a hacer Shrubs! I just did that earlier in the pre-show, but I wanted to do it again because I thought it was fun. Anyway, we're going to be completing our shrub mission in the Summer of Acid. We're going to be making an acetic acid shrub. Sounds dangerous, sounds pokey, and it sounds acidic. It is not pokey, it's very smooth. And it is also, it's got some acid, but it is vinegar. So we're going to be doing, we're going to be making an old-timey cocktail. We're going to be making one that is called the Shrub and Rum, or Rum and Shrub. It's very, very simple. When you are already dealing with a complex pre-made ingredient, something like a shrub that has at this point taken me like 23 and a half hours to make, then the good news is you don't have to make a whole complicated cocktail. You want to let the vinegar sing. You want to let the pineapples dance and play. You want the sugar to just sit there in the corner like a little lump of a thing. So that's what we're doing tonight. If you have been making this shrub along with me, then we will finish it tonight. If you have not, watch last show, figure out what we're doing, and then catch up. All right, it's gonna take you like 24 hours because, drum roll please. It's the only drum roll I can do. We're going to drop in and show you exactly what happened to our shrubs. If you remember from yesterday's show, to be continued, we took some pineapples, we sliced them very thin, and then we dumped some sugar on them. That's all we did. And what do we get? Look at this. Completely liquefied. No sugar left. There is no water in here. This is all pineapple oleosaccharum. Oleosaccharum, sugar oil. What we have done is we have let that sugar go ham on all of these little pineapples, and it has ripped all of the good oils and the juices and everything, and we have gotten to this. So, like my old bartender sensei used to tell me, we are going to water the flavor, not flavor the water, right? A pineapple simple serve is when you take 1 part sugar, 1 part water, and then throw some pineapples in there, and you boil them up, and you're peeling all that stuff. That's fine. That's a fine way to do it, but you're not going to get the rich depth of this, which has 0 water in it. It's only sugar oils and other sugar bits with pineapple. We are going to make a shrub out of it. Now, the shrub we're going to be making is going to be using something that we like to call very coolly, very awesomely, not geeky at all. We like to call it ACV. Apple cider vinegar. Looks like this. You want to find the good stuff. You want to find the drinking stuff, not the cleaning stuff. You want to find the good stuff. We're going to be adding the ACV in here by weight. So we also have a weight, and we have a little cup. We've got everything. This is a fully loaded bar, my friends. Oh, good. All of the comments have begun to stop, so now I have no idea what's going on. We're going blind, guys. We're going blind. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to crack this guy right off of here. Crack. 1 second. Let me just see if I can't fix the comments. Oh, there they are. Oh, hello. Okay, so we have all of our little bits and bobs in here. We are going to filter this out into this little cup right here using one of these guys. These are called, in bartending terms, as a bartender, we call it a double strain. Everybody else calls it a tea strainer. That's a fine thing to call it, but if you want to curl your mustache and flap your little suspenders, double strain. This is your double strain, although we're only going to be single straining this. So let's go ahead and pour this in here. See about how much of this pineapple oleo we got. Just going to pour this out right there. Excellent, looking real good. Then we are going to take a muddler. That'll hang there for a second. We're We take our muddler. Because we didn't really squish any of this, we are going to try and squish as much of the pineapple oleo out as we can. The good news is we can put this pineapple back into this jar. We'll make a little bit more pineapple oleo. It'll continue to sort of, it's called masticating. The sugar is in here just masticating, and it is going to be sort of shooting out all of its little pineapple juices and oils. It'll go for a little bit longer. Then you'll just have a little bit of extra pineapple oleo. Always good for just about anything. Use that in anything. Put it on a pancake. I don't care what you do with it. Let's pour this through here, get the rest of this out, and there we go. Anybody remember how many cups of sugar we put in there yesterday? I do. We put in 1.5 cups. We're coming up at a little bit over 1.5 cups of our pineapple oleo saccharum. Let's just give this a little more squeeze. There we go. And perfect. Don't tell them I did that. Open this up. Everybody back in. See you guys later. Close this up. We are in a good spot. Okay. I did this in an odd order. Let's find a good glass to put it in. There we go. Put this here because I want to get this. This is my light cup. Oh my goodness, look at how much liquid gold, Keith says. That is the last thing I see anybody having said. So if you have anything else to say to me, text K-Dog. Text K-Dog. And then K-Dog, you be in charge of saying whatever everybody's saying. Huh. It's so odd how this just sometimes is so good and other times is often so bad. Okay, we're gonna be doing this by weight. Remember, weight. We're gonna be doing this by weight. So we have our little scale out here. We're gonna be doing this in OZ. So let's hit this with the OZ and see how many OZ we got here. There we go. We're at 1 pound and 0.09 ounces. Excellent. Oh, it's Kyle's way of telling me that nobody's chatting. That makes much more sense. Much more sense. Great. Okay. You guys are usually such a little chatty bunch, and now we're all over the place. Okay, so we're going to put this into here, right there, and we're going to take our this right here, and we're going to slap this on here, and we need 1.09 pounds. I hope I brought enough. 1.09 pounds of apple cider vinegar. It's 1 to 1 to 1, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw this in here. 1.09. We're at like 79 right now. 80, 92, 94, 90. Oh. Kyle? I need more apple cider vinegar. It turns out, this is a fun little bit, turns out there's a lot more, the pineapple weighs a lot more. So, Kyle, if you just have a little apple cider vinegar that you could bring in here, that would be spectacular. I know we have just some floating around somewhere. Just keep it around. So we're going to combine these two. We have enough space in here now for this whole thing. Yeah, I got another 2 cups in there, maybe. You know what? We're going to pour this in here. Yes, 1.09 down to Loving This Accuracy, Organic Chem Lab Memories. Sorry if I am scarring anybody or shooting anybody back to where they come from. Just waiting for Kyle. Kyle? Oh, I hear him. Thank you, Kyle. Oh, what a day. This is the stuff we're using. We're using the Bragg, the unfiltered stuff. Let's put the rest of this in here. We need 1.09. We're going to push this through one of these guys because this is completely unfiltered at this point. I think I got the good stuff earlier. All right. 1.09. Okay, we got 1.09 right there. Now, interesting enough, I do want to show you 1.09 ounces. The weight is different for both of these liquids, right? If we look at this, this is now at almost 2 or over 2 cups. That's an insane change, right? This is why we don't do anything by volumes when we are making our oleos and our acids. We want to do everything by weight. I think I might need a bigger boat. Nope. Oh, look at that boat right there. There we go. This right here. This right here, you see right in front of you? This is a pineapple shrub. Let's give it a little taste. Excellent. Nice and shrubby. Certainly very acidic. That's what we're looking for. We want all that to be living amongst itself. It's got a little golden tinge to it. We are in a good spot. Let's go ahead and begin to make our cocktail now. So we're going to start over here with our good old friend, an empty tin. Whoop, 2 empty tins. When we're making a shrub, a good rule of thumb is equal parts of the shrub and the booze. And then if you want to add a little something extra, that's totally up to you. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do just a little extra. So let's grab one of our little guys here. We're going to be putting in 1.5 ounces of pineapple shrub. Great. Close that up. Now one of the great things about this is once we put the vinegar in here, basically preserving it. It'll stay for a lot longer than just having a normal, regular, old version of pineapple syrup. Well, we're going to throw some rum in here. We're going to continue on with our pineapple or our Panama rum from Trader Joe's. 1.5 ounces. Who's directing this show? Get it together. 1.5 ounces. There we go. And because we're modernizing this, we're going to make this fancy. We're going to make this fancy. Now, how do we make something fancy? We add a little bit of our old friend, other shrub. I don't want to confuse you guys too much. This is also a shrub, but if you notice, there's 2 B's at the end. It means something different. This is Creole shrub. This is an orange liqueur situation. I'm about to get yelled at by my producer. I can see the dots going. Let's go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some orange liqueur. Oh, Amy has a question about the pineapple saccharum. Is it this question? You got a new puppy? Oh, that's Abry, not Amy. Abry, let me just see if I can't answer this. Oh, Amy, do you have to use all the oleosaccharum? If you don't have enough AVC, will it keep? Do you have to use all the oleosaccharum? If you don't have enough AVC, will it keep? It'll keep. You want to keep let's calm down. Everybody just calm down. The pineapple syrup will keep for longer than a pineapple simple syrup because, of course, sugar is a preservative, so it will keep. I would definitely put it into the refrigerator because John also wants to know that, says Kyle. Does the shrub need to be? The shrub you should refrigerate it. It doesn't last forever. Vinegar also goes bad. Vinegars, turns out. But you do want to throw that in the refrigerator, but it will last for an awful long time, for a very, very long time. As far as the pineapple syrup versus pineapple simple syrup, you're looking at about double the time because of how much sugar is in it. It's sort of like doing a 2-to-1 simple syrup versus a 1-to-1 simple syrup. 1-to-1 simple syrup, you can keep it on your bar for a few days. It's not going to go bad. 1-to-1 simple syrup, you got, you probably got a week in that stuff before it starts to go a little off. So you don't want that, right? You don't want that. All right, let's throw this here. This is really getting in my way today. Goodbye, Shrub, with 2 B's. And that's the cocktail. It's so simple, right? No, if you noticed, no citric acid, no malic acid. We're getting all of our acids from this in the form of the acetic acid. So we are still acidifying the cocktail, which is very important to go acid versus sweet. Those are 2 opposing flavors that sort of round the whole thing out. Plus we're adding the booze in there. It's just working, guys. It's just working out. It's just working out. Really can't understand how these shrubs don't taste like vinegar. They do taste like vinegar, Moose. They do taste like vinegar. They have a bite. They certainly have a bite to them. But if you're using it the right way, why have I done this? Why have I pretended like I have bartended for years and years? Pour it into the small one if you can. It will have a bite, and that bite will come from the acetic acid, Moose, and that is because we're not using any citric, any malic acid. We're going to get a nice vinegar bite the same way we would get with a lime being put into a cocktail. What's that? Plus, the shrub that we have made is going to counteract the acidity, the vinegarness, with its sugar. So we're in a good spot. Let's give it a shake. Oh. Poor little Lulu. Oh. Lulu gave us a scare. Oh my goodness gracious. I hope she's all right. Where everybody, whatever you're doing, just take 2 seconds. Good energy into the universe for our friend and one of the dog representatives of Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, Dr. Cush's, Lulu. It's just a sweet little soul. Okay, we're gonna serve this one up. A lot of shrubs will certainly come in with some soda water. You can do soda water if you'd like. I brought in some hibiscus soda water, but I want to try it without it first. And away we go. This is what we got. For all you wash line perverts, look at that. The king of the wash line, king of the hairline. That's what I got going on over here. This right here is a cocktail called a rum and shrub. Very simple. Yes, it takes a whole day to make the shrub. And technically, when I'm done with this, I'm going to take the shrub and I'm going to put it into the refrigerator for about a day. That will get all the taste going all together. A fresh shrub is not as good as a balanced out shrub. I have overwash lined, I think. I have to do it with 2 hands. Cheers, guys. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's a very balanced cocktail because we're not adding any extra lime to it. That's where people go wrong with this. They see, they're like, oh, I can make a Ruffignac. A Ruffignac is raspberry shrub, cognac, and some soda water. I can make a Ruffignac. I'm going to probably do it with the same way that many people, I'm not saying any of you, because we've all sat through the Cush Taxidermy multiple times, they think that a julep is just a bourbon version of the mojito. It is not. You are getting your bitterness from the julep, the mint julep, from the mint. It's those herbs that are coming in to do that. The same way here, we are not getting any of our sour or any of our acid. That's a much better way to start thinking about this in terms of cocktails, is your acid. So 1 of acid, 2 of sweet is how we should do it from now on. You're not getting any of that now from lime or apple or anything like that. You're getting some from pineapple, but mostly that pineapple is a sugary mush. it certainly hits my mouth. I don't know what it's doing to you guys. Making me sneeze a little bit. It certainly hits your taste buds in different spots than where citrus would hit. So it becomes a completely different drink. If we think about it, it's almost exactly a pineapple daiquiri. I didn't mean to rhyme that. I did though, and now I have to live with that for forever. It's almost exactly a pineapple daiquiri. Instead of the citric and malic that we were using beforehand with the lime juice, we're now using acetic acid to give us a whole new rounded thing. Yes, Amy, absolutely. There's been a whole summer that you've missed so far, but we're glad to have you back. The Amy's represented you well, the other Amy's, but we're glad to have you. The pineapple is interesting. It's subtle. Kind of the same way that the pineapple daiquiri that we made, where we acidified the pineapple juice. The pineapple sort of acted as the lime. Today, the pineapple is acting as the acetic acid, as the vinegar. How would this be with bourbon? Chuck, spectacular. Spectacular. First of all, we're using a Panamanian rum right now, which is a Spanish style rum, which means that it's aged. So I can tell you right off the bat, this would be delicious with all kinds of stuff. I also think that a Blanco tequila or a Reposado tequila would do really well. I would caution you against an añejo because I think it would become a little overly sweet, which sounds odd since we just dumped a whole thing of vinegar into our cocktail. It takes 3 days of prep, but a really simple cocktail. Yes, that's exactly right. Spoken like a true bartender. Your mustache, dear sir, appears to be regaining its curl. Thank you, Roger. I'm going to tell you what, prep is so much better than like a prepping a cocktail that takes a while to make versus knocking out a cocktail that needs to be made is so much better. I see prep work. I put my headphones in. I listen to my dick jokes and all that stuff, and it goes really quick. I listen to music. I get it done. When you're in the weeds and somebody orders a zombie, I got 12 ingredients I got to do real quick. Can't put your headphones on to zone out. The zoning out sometimes is the reason. A berry shrub, honestly, I'm telling you, Chuck, don't poo-poo the pineapple. Don't poo-poo the pineapple. But yeah, anything that you can make an oleo sacrum out of would be really nice. I have certainly seen banana shrubs. Just taking the peels of banana, throwing it in there with some sugar, pulling out all that stuff. Oh, sorry, guys. You don't say that? It's just, it just means, like stupid jokes. Nobody says that? All right, well, anyway. Yeah, that kind. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, anything that you can make an oleo sacrum out of, you can make a shrub very quickly out of. So, after one day. I think that's what, oh God, okay, we've gone a pretty good distance. Let's try it with bourbon. I think I have bourbon. You know what we're gonna do? I have this hibiscus here. Let's make another quick one. I have some bourbon down here somewhere. I got trace. We're gonna go ahead and 1.5 ounces of some bourbon. There we go. We're gonna hit, difficult to tell me that this is the wrong channel, guys. I apologize. I apologize for my potty mouth. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna go ahead and hit 1.5 ounces of our shrub. Gonna leak a little, so we're gonna pour a little less. Right there. We're going to skip, for this time, we're going to skip the orange. We don't need to make this super tropical, so we're going to skip the other shrub, and we're going to throw in some hibiscus LaCroix. Pour this in here the right way. There we go. Excellent. Of course, those bubbles are now trying to escape, so we're just going to give it one of these stirs. The push stir. Right there. And then one of these maybe. And then maybe we'll just spin the whole glass. Great. Let's see how we did. The hibiscus is apparent. It's excellent. Excellent. Hits you right where you expect vinegar to hit, but not as if you're just drinking straight vinegar. If you want to, yes, 1 fruit, 1 sugar, 1 vinegar. That's exactly right. But you're going to do 1-to-1 chuck on that vinegar where on the final product of the 1-to-1 sugar by weight. All right. It's going to give you the best stuff. Obviously, you can adjust that as you want. If you want to go, a little less, we have a whole summer of acid in front of us. We'll do a little less here soon. This is pretty vinegary, but that's the way I like it. Yeah, Keith likes the up look better. Yes, by weight, importante. Yes. All right. Discussing coconut simple, coconut real versus Thai coconut. Coconut oleo saccharum sounds possible. I think it would be. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Amy Nordstrom. I've never seen coconut oleo saccharum, but I found out the other day coconut is just a stone fruit. Same thing as like a apricot. But what part then would you be getting all of this stuff out of? I guess you'd be getting it out of the meat. So if you got a bunch of coconut meat, put it into a bag with some sugar, 1-to-1 by weight, sealed that up, I think you could probably make a coconut oleo. Really have a good day with that. Yes, Moose wants to confirm it's 1-to-1. Let me find Moose's comment here. Yes. Is it always 1-to-1 between fruit and berry and sugar? Yes. Yes. Moose, there are probably, what do you think? Like 80 to 100 bartenders in the world. I don't know. I've only met like 20 of them. So there are plenty of bartenders in the world. I'm sure they will all give you something different. I've always found that 1-to-1 is a magic ratio. When we are doing our stuff, when we're making pseudo juice, it's a bit different because we're going to be mixing that with a lot of water. So we want to throw in more citric, more sugar for that. But when we're just making a regular old oleo saccharum, 1-to-1 seems to be the way to go. Yeah. Let me try. I'm trying to think of another. It's like when you make super juice, which is different than pseudo juice, you want to go a little bit over, but you're going to be adding the juice back in plus some water there. So that's why that happens, because you got to keep those flavors up. But if you're making a pure saccharum, yeah, even with lemon peels, lime peels, any peels, yeah, 1-to-1. That's a pretty good, that's at least a good place to start. And there we go. Yes. All right, that's what we got. Yes. Oh, and make sure. Good point, Keith. Make sure that you are you're using small chunks, right? Small chunks. The smallest of the chunks you can get. The more surface area, the better. We talk about it on the show all the time. Why I shake with larger cubes for the most part, unless I've forgotten to make large cubes for months and I just ran out of them. Why we don't shake with small cubes, because small cubes have more surface area. More surface area means more melting, means more water. Same thing with oleo saccharum. The smaller you cut it, the slicier you slice it, the better off you're going to be. So thank you, Keith. Keith knows a thing or two about cocktails. Okay, I think those I got. Okay, we did 46 minutes with one minor screw up. I think we did it. That's what we got. Okay, good news, bad news, guys. Good news is the show will continue. Show's going. We're not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. Bad news is we're going to be back here on Monday, not on Sunday. So we're going to do a show next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cool? Then we're going to go back to what is the new normal, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Because we would do a show Saturday. I don't, the Savage Seas is not open on Saturday, July 4th, but I don't think anybody's going to, why would you watch this when there are literally fireworks going on? So we're going to go to a Sunday for this next week or the next week. And then for a while, we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and the vinegar has made me sneeze. Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. All right. But this next week, don't look for me during the weekend. I won't be here. We're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's a really good drink. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. I will not be here all weekend. So hang on. We will be back and we will continue our summer of acid. Do you feel exhausted? I feel exhausted. I'm going to end this. Yes, thank you, Kyle. Kyle wrote it down so that I can read it again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I stay home and yes. See, this is another thing. Can we stop it with the fireworks? I hate fireworks. I hate them. Hate them. I don't even have a pet, and I hate them. How do you join the 7 Cs, Amy? You got to show up. I was letting everybody know all about the tickets. We will be putting out tickets, I think, in the next month for the end of August through the middle of September. But if I find out of any other crazy tickets where I can get them, I'm more than happy to give them to my people. But my wife has still not seen the bar. So that is how very difficult it is to get into this little bar. Yes. Here's a Savage Seas link. Head on over to Resi. You can sign up if anybody cancels the day of, and you can get there within an hour, sign up. Okay, there we go. Yes, I also hate fireworks, and I hate my local fireworks display. One of the terrible things about working second shift, miserable to get through the crowds. Yeah, for sure. The fireworks have been going on at my house now for a week and a half, 2 weeks, probably. They opened up those stands, and suddenly it's 4th of July starting at the end of May. What's up, Rocky Rococo? Good to see you. Okay, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Don't forget to stick around to hear a word from not only our sponsor, but also our very good friend, Smokin' Joe. I'm sure he's got an opinion on fireworks. We'll find out what those opinions are right after you watch all of these wonderful names that are going to scroll by. These are all of my patrons that are keeping the bar alive. I appreciate you guys for doing that. If you can't help out financially, you can always just tell a friend about this show. If you can't tell a friend, then just show up. We're currently doing shows Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, but next week it's Monday. So don't worry about it. It'll all make sense. It's just a little Cush math. Cheers. I've completely forgotten how we end this show. I forgot all about it. I know that there's a whole thing we do at the end of the show, and I forgot about it, and now I have to come back on here with my tail between my legs and tell you guys all about how... Not my soundboard. Come on. 1 second. Am I not connected to the... Cush drinking? Where are all my voices? Sorry, not my voices. Where are all my songs? PC controller. I'm on PC controller. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it either. Okay, PC controller. None of this counts either, so don't worry about it. Cush lights, there we go. And here we go. Little dance music for you guys at the end of the night. Hopefully you guys had a shrub tonight. And until next time, thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush, and I will say one more time, Shrubs! Oh.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, I mean, listen. Cush is worried about fireworks. Let me tell you about something that's really scary, all right? Let me tell you about wood weevils. Wood weevils, they get into the wood, they start to eat the wood, they make the wood very difficult to live. I lost 2 grandparents to wood weevils, so I don't know what this whole worry about fireworks is, but whatever it is, I think Cush is being a bit of a wimp when it comes to fireworks. That seems a little silly to be worried about fireworks when wood weevils still very much exist in the world. And let me just say one other thing. If Cush got hit with a firework, yes, that would not be a great day for him. If I got hit with a firework, kaput. I'm dead. All right, so enough with the complaining, pal. Let's get our ducks in a row. Am I right? I'm right. Absolutely. All right. I think the commercial's played. So let me say one more time to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Smokin' Joe, and until next time, what do we always say? Hey, Jenga Jenga, put that firework down. You'll blow your hand off, you idiot. You dum-dum, you buffoon, you bing-bong. And also, what else we say? We say things like, goodbye.